sound of the unseen in the empty fall. In the silence, listen. May it lift your heart and move your feet to run again. May you wander far. You will not be lost within. And you'll see the light, though the darkness seems so strong. In the deepest night, let love lead you. Come and rest your head. Here time is an ocean. There's peace and grace. Mercy's born between the days. And you'll see the light, though the darkness seems so strong. In the deepest night, let love lead you home. And you'll see the light, though the darkness seems so strong. In the deepest night, let love lead you home. Let love lead you home.
All right, church. Good morning again to Grad Sunday. I want to thank Kelly for putting that video together. She it's not an easy thing to do, and to match the music up with the pictures and coordinate all that. So Kelly, thanks so much for doing that. We do want to obviously recognize our grads, our high school grads this morning, but also any college grads. If you graduated from college, anybody out here, would you stand up for us? Come on, Blake. I know you're right there. Yeah, Blake. Now, Blake, where did you graduate from? What, Virginia Western? And you won some award. What was the award? The Spirit Award? The Spirit of Nursing Award. So congratulations, Blake. So we do have Blake graduate from college. Also want to make sure, sometimes we have a lot of different people helping out with the youth group, and it's really cool that we've got 6 guys, all male graduation class this year with our youth group. And I think it's important to point out these 4 guys, I said 6 guys, didn't I? 4 guys, all male. They've been with us, what I meant to say was since 6th grade. So all 4 of them really kind of entered our youth group as sixth graders. And I've gone through our youth program here at Bethel, and so we're really excited to recognize them this morning. I do want to bring our leaders up on stage, though, so you can see them, and they can kind of give these guys fives as they come up. Kelly, if you would come on up. If Aaron, you would come on up. If Sammy Garrison, Kendall Blake, you guys come on up. Also, it's really cool in our youth program how things have developed over the years. We not only have these guys who, Aaron and Kendall were one-time youth in our program, and they serve as leaders now, but we also have people that recently graduated that come back and help out, like Jameson. Jameson, come on up. Is Kara here? I don't know if Kara's here. And Damien, I don't know if Damien's here, but Kara and Damien come as well from time to time on Wednesdays and Sunday mornings when they can and when they're available to help pour in, not to just these graduates, but our youth as a whole. So I want to make sure I bring those guys up as well. So in saying that, you guys ready? I'm going to call you up. You're going to come get your gift from Kelly. You're going to walk your way through the line, and then you're going to come over here, and I've got some questions to ask you. I didn't tell you about this part, did I? Okay, all right. So we're going to start out with our first graduate, Mr. Blake Counts. Come on up. Good job, Blake. Good job. Blake was very concerned walking in because he was the first one. He wanted to make sure he went to the right spot and went the right way. So you're doing good. Right over here, Blake. Right over here. There you go. Good. All right. Blake has a 3.2 GPA. His plans after graduation is to get an auto body job. All right. Some notes about Blake is, as I mentioned earlier, he's been in our youth group for the past 7 years. He came in as a sixth grader and was a sneaky little guy. All right. And then all of a sudden, one day, he is a bearded man. So we've had some fun times with Blake. We've had some interesting times with Blake. Blake is very, kind of just, his own little humor and his own little kind of games that he plays with us sometimes. It's been fun watching Blake grow up and even beat his little brothers up sometimes in the youth room. So Blake, are you ready for your question? Here it comes, either way. All right, Blake, how do you grow the stellar beard?
I don't know.
Any other details?
No.
No, okay. Let me give you a little better question. What was your favorite part about being a part of our youth group? Favorite thing about being a part of our youth group, Blake. Now think about this before you just shout something out, all right? Because you're live here, all right? Favorite part about being a part of our youth group?
I don't know.
You can pick anything, Blake. Anything at all. Anything. Come on, you got something.
What's that Halloween thing called?
The Halloween thing. The pumpkin carving contest? No. Scaremare? Scaremare. Okay, good. All right. Let's hear it for Blake Counts, everybody. That's how a lot of our conversations have gone, Blake. Just like that. That's good. All right, good. Let's bring our next graduate up, Mr. Connor Howard. Congratulations, Connor. Yep. Right over there beside Blake. Okay. All right. Connor has a 3.5 GPA, graduating from Salem High School as well. He plans to attend Roanoke College and pursue a major in biology. Connor's another one that's been with us since he was in sixth grade. I remember Connor he's gone on a lot of trips with us, done a lot of things with us. He's really kind of helped lead our group as an upperclassman in our group. I know he loves fishing, outdoor stuff, things like that. So it's just been really cool to watch him grow up in our youth group. You saw the pictures of him getting older and older. Not a bearded man yet, but Connor, here's your first question. What is the biggest fish, we saw one in the video, that you've ever caught?
Probably that barracuda.
How much did that weigh?
45 pounds.
45 pounds. Where were you at?
Cancun, Mexico.
Cancun, Mexico. All right, all right. Connor, what youth trip is most memorable for you? I'll give you a second to think. Gather your thoughts. They didn't know these questions were coming. These are all impromptu questions. What youth trip was most memorable to you?
Last year to Ohio.
Okay, and why is that?
All the young kids decided to throw all of our beds out of the second-story window.
So where did you sleep?
We had to go run and get them out of the dumpster. And the trees.
That's why that trip was memorable to you? Okay, all right. Well, Connor, it's been a lot of fun watching you grow up in our youth group, and I'm excited to see what God's going to do in your life in the future, all right? So let's hear it for Connor Howard one more time. Let's hear it for Mr. Vance Starkey. He's so excited. He can't get up here. That was planned. Don't feel bad for him. He planned that the whole time. Let Kelly fix him back together. Don't forget your gift.
Thank you.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Yep.
All right, so Vance is graduating from Salem High School as well, 3.67 GPA. He plans to work at Alltech after graduation, and he joined our youth group as a sixth grader and then went missing for a bit, but then pulls off a return years later, and we are so glad that he did. He has brought a lot of energy to our group, a lot of uncertain things that have occurred, like you just saw in our group, unexpected things. And Vance is a wide open young man. All right, he is very, very wide open, which we really embrace. One of the things I remember about Vance is at summer camp last year, we're in the sanctuary at camp singing a song, and I look behind me, and Vance is laid out in the camera, like there's a camera section for camera people. It's like a square that cameras are supposed to sit up, and he's laid in it and just singing the song at the top of his lungs, kicked back in the camera section, and I'll never forget that image of Vance. But that's really, really Vance for you. Vance, where do you get your energy from?
My ADHD.
Okay. Now, Vance, what has our youth group meant to you? Hold on. Remember, you're live here. Yeah. All right.
It's been a lot. I've made some nice friends over the few years that I wouldn't say that I probably had over the years. And so I'd probably say just getting to know more people and just ultimately getting closer to God and everything.
Awesome. Awesome. That's the most serious answer I've heard you say. You know, one thing I really remember, Vance, is just you getting baptized that day. We saw the video, saw the pictures of that, and you giving your life to Christ. It's just been awesome to watch that. And you using that energy for Him, and that's really cool. Let's bring up our last graduate, Logan Sword. Thank you for not following, Logan. So, Talbot, congratulations. Logan is graduating from Salem High School as well with a 3.5 GPA. He plans to attend Virginia Western for electrical engineering after graduation. Logan was one of those, once again, that joined our youth group as a sixth grader and began to grow into, the man that he is today. But he also began to grow this wonderful mane that he has. You can't see it all right now. The mane has been so famous in our youth group that we gave it a name. His name is Walter. All right? So his mane is called Walter. He has gone on many trips with us, Logan and Walter. Logan has helped really lead our youth group and really by showing up to our youth group and interacting with the younger guys. He really does a good job of interacting with these younger guys over here, and they really, attract to him, and he does a good job of entertaining them sometimes and just really investing in them sometimes. I believe Logan has some leadership qualities that he doesn't even know he has yet, and we've kind of seen that flourish in our youth group. Logan, I'm going to ask you, do you plan to keep Walter forever?
Not forever, but
I know. Is there a date plan?
it's got to go at some point.
It's got to go at some point. It doesn't have to.
Doesn't have to.
All right, call me before it happens. Okay. And then the next question, Logan, as you've grown up here at Bethel, because you have really grown up in this church since a little boy, from what I can remember. Do you even remember your first time here? Not the first time. You were so little, probably, right? So you've really grown up in our church here at Bethel. What has this church family meant to you? Don't get emotional and cry now. All right? So what has this church family meant to you as you've just really grown up in this church?
Everything, because it brought me to being saved and baptized.
You know, one thing I always remember, Logan, is having the honor of baptizing you right up there. And, we saw some pictures of that. That was just such a memorable day. But it's just been awesome to watch you grow up in our church from a little elementary schooler to the young man you are now, and even grow out this new person on top of your head. So it's been really, 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 really cool. Guys, let's hear it for our 2025 high school graduates. You guys can have a seat. You can go have a seat. You can go have a seat. Yeah, you can go have a seat. Good. Because while these leaders are up here, I want to thank them so much for the time they spend in these guys. They spend, sometimes weeks off in the summer going to camp. They show up on Wednesday nights, Sunday mornings to invest in not just these guys, but all these youth sitting over here. So it's just really, really great to be able to work with them and watch how God uses them reach and form relationships with our youth. So let's hear it for our leaders as well. You guys can have a seat. Now that you've seen all these guys, these characters up here, we are going to show you a video of these guys growing up in our youth group. We talked about how all of them have been with us since they were in 6th grade. You'll see some pictures of them in 6th grade. Some of them look a lot different than they look right now. So we're going to show you a little video here, and you're going to see some of our other youth in the videos. You can try to find some of these graduates in some of the slides, in some of the pictures. But we want to show a little video of them growing up in our youth group here at Bethel. So we'll play that now.
It seems like the world these days is slowly caving in. We waiting for a brighter day and holding on till then. Even though this world is hostile, we hold the one true gospel. Go tell the world today before it fades away. Let your light shine for the world to see. Be a light, be a light. Shine bright in the darkness. Be a light, be a light. To a world that's hopeless. Gonna shine till the whole world sees everything you've done for me. Be a light, be a light. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. There's gonna be seasons where the light is fading dim. It's hard to see the light when darkness closes in. Just turn your gaze toward heaven. Remember he is risen. You'll see a brighter day. Let your light shine, let the darkness flee. Be a light, be a light. Shine bright in the darkness. Be a light, be a light. To a world that's hopeless. Gonna shine till the whole world sees everything you've done for me. Be a light, be a light. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining.
me will never walk in darkness. They will have the light of life. It's not about who shines the brightest. What's important is that you shine.
Be a light, be a light. Shine bright in the darkness. Be a light, be a light. Do a world that's hopeless. Gonna shine till the whole world sees everything you've done for me. Be a light, be a light. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining.
Been feeling like every day's a vacation, like we're on an ultimate getaway. Been talking about it, but now we made it. Oh, so let's take it slow, take it easy. We got the good life, we got the good life, and this is what it feels like. We got the good life, the good, 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 good life. The good, 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 good life. Feels like the wind is blowing behind us, carrying all our worries away. Feels like that you're the one beside me, beside me. We got the good life, we got the good life, and this is what it feels like. We got the good life, the good, 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 good life. So let's take it slow, take it easy. So let's take it slow, take it easy. We got the good life, we got the good life, and this is what it feels like. We got the good life, the good, 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 good life. The good, 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 good I know it's been a long, cold winter, but the summer's gonna melt the snow. Listen to the robins singing as the frozen rivers start to flow. I promise you a steady love, strong enough, it won't cave in. I'll be with you wherever you dare to go until the end. Yeah, before you know it, things are gonna get better. Before you know it, you'll be standing on the other side. You've got no reason to be worried about forever. This very moment, before you know it, sooner than later you'll be living in the answer of every prayer that you prayed when you thought your hope was gone. For all you know, maybe a miracle has happened. This very moment, before you know it.
Woo, what was that? Woo. I want to thank Kelly once again for putting that video together. She did a great job of organizing that, getting the music lined up and everything. So let's hear it for Kelly for putting both videos together today. Great job. Great job. Today, grads, church, I want to quickly give you a short sermon here and a little piece of advice, not just for you grads, but as a church, as a whole. All right. I want to start by giving you kind of an acronym. All right. You're graduates now. You should know what that means. Logan's looking around like, what's that mean? I'm going to give you an acronym. All right. To help you remember something as you move forward in your next chapter of life. Okay. So let's start. I'm going to give you some initials. We'll start easy. Okay. This isn't the acronym, but this is just a little practice. Okay. So let's start easy here. So everybody tell me when I use the initials LOL, what's that mean? Very good. You guys know that, right? We're starting easy. LOL, laugh out loud, okay? What about FYI? All right, good. All right, you guys know that one? That's not something you text. You text that still? No, snap that? Is it snap? All right. What about ASAP? As soon as possible. Good. All right, let's get a little harder. What about CEO? No, that wasn't as much. Chief Executive Officer. What about FBI? Very good. Federal Bureau of Investigation. What about CIA? No, not people, agency. Very good. All right, good. All right. What about PCI? Okay, that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. Those are the initials I'm going to give you today. If you would have known that, that would have been really weird. All right. So we're going to use that today. All right. And that's going to stand for 3 words: purpose, community, and identity. Purpose, community, and identity. All right? And this is the advice I'm giving you grads today. I'm talking to you, grads specifically, but I'm also talking to you, church, as well. All right? Purpose, community, identity. All right? If we look let's start with purpose. Let's look at Romans 8:28. Romans 8:28. If you have your Bibles, you can turn with me to Romans 8:28. It says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Key word, his purpose. His purpose. See, we are called, grads, we are called, church, for his purpose. Not ours, but his. And grads, church, the sooner we can come to grips with this, the better and the more he can use us the way he wants to. See, a lot of times, we like to think it's all about us, right? That's human nature. It's all about us and our purpose, but that's not the case. It's really about what's his purpose. And sometimes we leave that out in Romans 8:28. We've been called according to not our purpose, but his purpose. See, sometimes, grads, catch this, we try to race through life, don't we? Like we want to get it all as fast as we can, right? Like we want to graduate elementary school like these little kids over here and move to the big middle school, right? And then we want to get through middle school so we can get to high school, right? And be like these old people over here, these high schoolers, right? And then when we get to high school, we want to graduate high school like you guys are going to do very shortly. You're going to graduate high school and you want to go get a job or you want to go to college. And then how quickly can we get a job and go to college and buy a car or a house, right? And then we want to get married and then we want to have kids and so on and so on. We want to accomplish this and that. And don't get me wrong, having goals and accomplishing things is a good thing. Hopefully, grads, you have some goals and some things that you want to accomplish. That's a good thing, but it doesn't mean we need to race through life. See, because purpose isn't just found during these times. Purpose isn't just found during the high moments of life. Sometimes purpose is found in the quiet. Sometimes purpose is found in the mundane, the waiting as well. We talked to our youth this morning. We were going through a technology study on cell phones, and we talked a little bit about how often do we not just spend time with God because we scroll on our phones. See, years and years ago when cell phones weren't here, we tend to use a word that, when we didn't have anything to do, we were what? bored, right? So we were forced to kind of spend time with maybe just us and God, or we were forced to spend time by ourselves and reflect, or we were forced to spend time with, oh my gosh, other people in person. But now we get to a point where, if we're bored, what do? We pick our phones up and we start scrolling. We pick our phones up and we start looking. And we miss out on some of those quiet times that God wants to work in your life. We miss out on some of those times of rest where God just wants to speak to us. Maybe it's about us reflecting on ourselves or us interacting with Him. See, Joseph found purpose in a prison, waiting. David found purpose in a pasture, just waiting. Right? Jesus lived with purpose every single step He took. Don't overlook, guys, the season you're in right now. Don't wish away graduation, because that day's coming very soon. What's the date? May 30th, is that right? May 30th. May 30th graduation. Don't wish away that date so quickly. Don't waste away the time you have right now. Enjoy every step of it, because it goes quick. And everybody else graduated in here will tell you that. Right? Don't overlook the season you're in right now. For some of you, like these guys, it's graduating high school. On May 30th, they're going to graduate high school, walk across the stage, get their diploma, and then it's on to a different season in their life. For some of you, it may be a new job. Maybe it's a new opportunity you have. Maybe it's the same job you've had for 20 straight years or more. Or maybe you just had children, or you just had grandchildren. Or maybe you've got a new friend that you've met, or a new coworker that's come into your life. Or maybe you've moved houses recently. Or maybe nothing has changed in your life for some quite time. Here's the main point though. God is working, even in the delay. Even in the disappointment, even in the daily routine, God is working. And here's what He's doing, grads. Here's what He's doing, church. He is preparing something in you for something ahead. And a lot of times we can't see that. See, God has prepared something in these four guys here for whatever lies ahead for them. Whether it's a college that they're going to go to or a job they're going to have. And He's going to prepare them at that time for something ahead. He does the same thing with you, church. Right now, God is working in you for something that lies ahead. And we just don't sometimes know what that is. But we have to have faith and trust that God is working. So the main point is God is working, even the delay, even the disappointment, or the daily routines. He is preparing something in you for something ahead. I love this quote. John Piper said this: God is always doing 10,000 things in your life, and you may be aware of 3 of them. I'll say that one more time. God is always doing 10,000 different things in your life, and you may only be aware of 3 of them. God is trying to work in your lives right now, grads, for what lies ahead. And you have to make the choice to allow Him to do that. And He's doing so much in your life right now, but you may be only aware of 1 or 2 of them, or 3 of them. He's always working, always doing something. So the question is, what's your purpose right now? What things are you aware of that God is doing in your life right now? Grads, church, what is God doing in your life right now in this moment that you are aware of? If you can't think of anything that God's doing right now in your life, you may want to connect on Him a little more. You may want to connect with Him a little more. How are you going to, grads, handle the transition from going from a high school student to the next chapter of your life? What is God doing in your life right now? Don't lose the fact that God has called you for His, not yours, His purpose. And sometimes it's easy to get lost in that. So PCI, number 1, P is purpose, right? We are called for His purpose. That's the first tip, guys. Don't lose tips now. I'm going to ask you after, Vance. We'll call you up and ask you what the tips are. I'm just teasing. All right, PCI, all right? C, community. If we look at Proverbs' famous verse here, Proverbs 27, 17. Iron sharpens iron, right? It says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So we are called for his purpose. But see, community, we are called to make each other better. We are called to make each other better. But are we doing that? Do we spend time doing that? You were never meant to walk alone, grads, church. Grads, you are not meant to face the next stage in your life alone. Church, you are not meant to face whatever you are going through right now alone. In a world full of surface level relationships, God invites you into a soul deep community. Growth happens in connection. Healing happens in honesty. And sharpening happens through relationships that point you back to Jesus. So that's the question. Do you have those relationships in your life? Grads, church, do you have those relationships in your life that point you back to Jesus? 2025 grads, I would challenge you to do this. If you don't have people in your life that point you back to Jesus, you need to find some. And I'm not talking about people that go to church. There's a lot of people that could just go to church and not point you back to Jesus. Right? Do you have people, meaningful people in your life that constantly point you back to the Savior of the world? Right? You go, I got a lot of friends. They all go to church, but are they pointing you back to Jesus? Church, do you have people in your life that constantly point you back to Jesus? That's your community of Christ followers. See, when you make a decision to give your life to Christ, like we've seen some of these guys on video, on pictures do and get baptized, all of a sudden you enter this community of Christ followers. And we're called to find other Christ followers that point us back and keep us on track with Jesus. So do you have people, do you have a community in your life right now that points you back to Jesus? Grads, church, if you don't, you need to find some to help navigate you through this life. So our purpose, our community, PCI, we've got purpose, we've got community. What's I stand for? It stands for identity. And before we get into identity, going back to community, it says, I want to read you this. This is the main point. Isolation may feel safe, but it's not where transformation happens. Isolation may feel safe, but it's not where transformation happens. See, some of us have hesitancies and want to kind of isolate ourselves and not have this group or this community of people that'll point us back to Jesus because it's safe. But that's not where true transformation happens. Transformation happens when you're in a community of other Christ followers that are going to point you back to him. So we've got purpose, we've got community, and then number three, and then the PCI, the I is identity. We look at Galatians 2:20. We turn to Galatians 2:20. The Bible tells us, I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. See, we are called for his purpose. We are called to make each other better, and we are called to allow him to shine through us. It is not I who lives, but Christ in me. No longer is it me doing things, but Jesus, but Christ in me doing things. Grads, church, this is how we should live our lives. Simply by giving our lives over to him, submitting to him, and letting him shine and live through us. Just allow him to do so in everything we do. Allow him to do so through us. The world is loud about who you should be, but God has already defined who you are. Your identity isn't based on your performance. Your identity isn't based on your appearance. Your identity isn't based on your comparison. It's rooted in Jesus Christ. You are already fully known and fully loved. We are called to allow him to shine through us. Here's the main point. When you understand your identity, grads, you stop chasing approval and start walking in purpose. See, it all circles back around. PCI, purpose, community, identity. When you find your true identity and you make that identity in Jesus Christ, who will never let you down, he will show you the purpose that he wants to use you for. And then you walk through and you go after that purpose by using the community that surrounds you, that points you back to him. PCI. Purpose, community, identity. See, you're not just accepted, you're assigned. So we are called for his purpose. We are called to make each other better, and we are called to allow him to shine through us. I want to end with a story, and then we're going to get off here so we can bring these grads up and pray for them, because that's what I want to do at the end of service. I want to end with this little story right here. See, there was this boy who was getting ready to graduate high school, just like Blake, just like Connor, just like Vance, just like Logan. He's getting ready to graduate high school. He came from a really wealthy family. In fact, his dad had this tradition of buying his kids a brand new car upon graduating. And you guys getting brand new cars? Tough break. Tough break. So his dad's like, you know what? After all my kids graduate, I'm going to buy them a brand new car. That's pretty nice. The boy and his dad spent weeks and months looking at cars, trying to find the one he wanted after he graduated. Then the day came, graduation day came, but the boy didn't graduate. I'm just teasing, the boy graduated. That's not the twist in the story. Just make sure you're paying attention. The boy did graduate. He definitely graduated. But on graduation day, as the boy came home, his dad met him in the driveway and said, "Son, I've tried to get you something that would be extremely important and valuable to you." And his dad handed the boy a Bible. The boy, in such confusion and such anger and disappointment, because he didn't get what he thought he was going to get, threw the Bible down and stormed out in frustration. Stormed right away. In fact, the boy was so angry that he immediately left home. And he had no intentions of even returning. As the years went past and he didn't come home, the father ends up passing away. And the boy finally returns home for his dad's funeral. As the boy started going through some of his old things, guess what he ran across? The Bible. The Bible that his dad had given him on graduation day, that he told him he wanted to get him something extremely important and valuable to him. The boy decides to dust that Bible off and open it up, only to find inside a check for the exact amount of that car he and his dad had picked out years earlier, dated on his graduation day. See, the boy let his anger, his greed, his frustration, his selfishness get the best of him because he didn't get something he wanted. And because of this, he loses his purpose. He loses his identity. He loses his community. Grads, church, don't lose your PCI. Don't lose your purpose, your community, your identity. Know you have a purpose and a community to help you reach this purpose. And know where you find your identity and who that is found in. It's so easy sometimes when we don't get something we want, or we don't get something doesn't turn out the way we want it to, or something doesn't work out in life that we don't think's fair, that all of a sudden we lose our identity, our purpose, and because of that, we lose our community around us. And we all know as adults and grads, you find out we are one maybe bad decision away from multiple bad decisions to where we go down a wrong track and we get off God's plan for us. But it's up to us to keep our purpose, to keep our community around us, to keep our identity. John Wesley, the founder of the Methodist movement, said this: I want the whole Christ for my Savior, the whole Bible for my book, the whole church for my fellowship, and the whole world for my mission field. Find your identity, grads, in Christ. Don't find it on social media. Don't find it on your cell phones. Don't find it in other people. Don't find it in the love of your life. Don't find it in even your family. Find your identity in Jesus Christ. Allow Him to show you your purpose that He has for you. And then allow the community around you, other Christ followers, to walk with you through reaching that purpose. I'm going to bring the grads up. And here's a challenge to you this morning, church. And the worship team can come up too. I'm going to bring the grads up. I'm going to let them stand one by one by one by one. And I'm going to give you an opportunity this morning to have a little purpose. And that purpose is to come and simply pray for these four guys. Pray that they keep their PCI. Pray that they keep their purpose in life. Pray that they find their identity in Jesus. Pray that they keep a community of other believers around them to help them walk and navigate them through this life. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that this morning during the last song. So guys, come on up. Logan, I'm going to have you just come down here. Just make your way. And then Vance, you'll be right here. And then Connor will be here. And then Blake, you'll be right over there. You guys spread out a little bit because people are going to come around you. And church, this is our opportunity as a church family to come lift these four gentlemen up to you. They're going to graduate on May 30th, and then their life's going to continue from there. And some of them are going to get jobs, and some of them are going to go to college. Some of them are going to get married one day. Some may even be fathers. Right? God's got a whole plan. As a church family, our mission, our goal is to support these guys and pray for these guys and lift these guys up and point them back to Jesus on a regular basis. And you can start doing that this morning by simply coming up and putting your hand on them and just pray for them in their next steps of life. Pray that they'll find their identity in Jesus Christ. Pray they'll keep their community around them, and pray they will go after God's purpose for their life. And not only will their life be changed from where they're at right now, but their future families' lives will be as well. So the future ladies that they end up marrying, lives will be changed. The future kids' lives will be changed. God is always doing 10,000 things in your life. We may only be aware of 3 of them. God's doing something in your life right now. And God's doing something in these guys' lives right now. So come and lift them up in prayer this morning. That's the invitation. Just come and pray for them.